Tarot, Part 2, Understanding the Tarot. Tarot, it doesn't rhyme with carrot. Some basics before we begin. The tarot is my very favorite divination tool. In addition to one's own general ESP, the tarot may be used to glean fine detail, further insight, and helpful advice for the seeker's query. When I procured my first tarot deck in 1986, I was astonished how detailed and accurate and informative a reading can be, and I still remain astonished to this day. A question that I hear often is, what is the difference between a tarot deck and an oracle deck? An oracle deck generally has artwork of a wise and spiritual nature with meanings and explanations printed directly upon each card. The cards in an oracle deck all stand alone and are not part of a suit or arcana as in the tarot, but they may be laid out upon the table in similar spreads or formations. The tarot generally has 4 suits similar to a standard deck of playing cards. The 4 suits will vary depending upon the deck and what the author has chosen. The 4 suits may be represented by the 4 seasons, as they are in my Fairy Tarot deck, or in my Rider-Waite deck they are represented by wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. In any tarot deck you will find court cards among the 4 suits, such as pages, knights, queens, and kings. In addition to the 4 suits, you will find 22 major arcana. The Fool is card number 0, so you will see the numbers go up to 21, but the Fool, who is card 0, plus 21 equals 22. The standard tarot deck is composed of 78 cards, all of which have a different meaning when they fall in reverse. To read the tarot in both natural and reverse, you must turn the cards as you shuffle. Take half of them, turn them, and continue to shuffle. Take half of them, turn them, and continue to shuffle. If the card falls facing away from you, that card is in reverse, and its meaning is read differently. Almost all of the cards mean the opposite in reverse, and some mean the same, only less so. For example, Death indicates major upheaval, big changes. Out with the old, in with the new, the death of the old you and the birth of a new you, like moving to a new city or perhaps changing career paths entirely. In reverse, death means stagnation, things not moving forward, being stuck in the muck. One of the few cards that means the same, only less so, is the 3 of Swords. Naturally, meaning right side up, it indicates a terrible heartbreak that is extremely challenging to bear. In reverse, it indicates a less severe, more manageable heartache. If you prefer, you may choose to read the cards all natural, which means if they land in reverse, you will turn them all toward you. My Fairy Tarot deck is designed to be read only natural, as are, in general, most oracle decks. It is my opinion that if you're going to be reading the tarot, you should use their wisdom and advice to their full extent. Just keep your book handy for reference. It doesn't matter if you haven't got the meanings memorized. The cards will always tell you the truth. Do always remember, the cards are still falling for the seeker, even when the seeker is asking about another person. Always during the reading, remember to maintain the context of the query. When practicing tarot, angel, or oracle cards as a beginner, it is my advice to have your guidebook handy and refer to it throughout your readings for clarity and direction. Study your written guide and commit it to memory for more fluent and intuitive readings. The 4 suits in a Rider-Waite tarot deck are Wands, Cups, Swords, and pentacles. Wands represent growth and progress in motion. Cups represent matters of the heart and soul. Swords are conflict, controversy, and strife, and pentacles represent money, finance, and career. The presence of many of one particular suit in the spread will indicate the quality of the query and predictions. For example, a spread with many wands will indicate change in progress. Many swords will indicate strife. Court cards. Before the reading begins, I like to take a moment to read or zone in on the seeker's energy and choose for them an ID card. Pages. A page is a young person who delivers a message, so the pages are ambiguous cards because they can indicate a young person or a message or news about a young person, for example, the birth of a child. For the best accuracy, always read the page card in relation to the cards around it, the context of the query, and combined with your intuitive ability. For example, you may intuit from the card that the seeker has a daughter and that the daughter has just graduated. Knights. The coming or going of a person or matter of great concern to the seeker. We usually see knights in readings for people who are dating, or they may represent people in the seeker's workplace affecting their position there. Queens and kings, representing mature persons who are a stable factor in the seeker's life. For example, their spouse, their parent, their friend, or sibling, or even their boss. In reverse, a king or queen may represent someone who is causing or who has caused discord in the seeker's life. Again, do remember to maintain the context of the query. Reading the ancient 10-card Celtic spread. 0. The ID card. Choose a card here to represent the seeker for his or her personality. 1. This covers the general atmosphere presently surrounding the query. 2. This crosses. These are the opposing forces. If there are none, a good card will indicate helpful forces. This card, although sideways, is always read right side up or natural. 3. This is beneath, the foundation or basis of the matter, something that is part of the seeker's past experience that is affecting the current reading. 4. This is behind, something that has just passed or is now on its way out. 5. This crowns, something that may happen in the near future. 6. This is before, a meeting, a person, an influence, or an obstacle to happen a little bit farther along in the future. 7. What the seeker fears. A positive card may indicate fear of success. 8. Family opinion. This card represents friends and family, their influence upon the matter. 9. Hopes and ideals. What the seeker imagines the outcome should be when daydreaming. A negative card may indicate negative thinking or pessimism. 10. The final outcome. If no changes are made by the seeker, of course.